right? And I was like,
Okay. What's up, dudes and lady dudes? Welcome back. Welcome back to another installment of The Loft Boys. Yeah, welcome back, dude. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys coming in. My name is Drew.
And my name is Turtle. And you already know, get what you get.
Yeah,
Go
we're
first.
going to start off pretty quick for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Get straight to the point.
Straight to the point. Okay. I got a Running Triangles. It's a West Coast IPA. Mike Hess Brewing Company. It's got the 90s look, dude. Guys, they're playing into our fucking nostalgia. Don't drink these. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know. I just have a hate for people that play into our 90s nostalgia.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so if you guys aren't aware, you know, I've known Turtle for 10, 12 plus years. Turtle's a fucking hater, bro. So, fucking Turtle hates fucking everything. You know what I'm saying? So,
New podcast
just as a
title, Turtle Hates Everything.
Yeah.
There's going to be an episode, and I'm going to read out all the things that I hate, all the things that make my eyes roll.
Yeah.
And
Turtle is the most eye-rolly motherfucker you'll ever fucking meet in your entire life.
You hear him fucking hating on shit, but
Yeah, you think I'm a fucking hater, dude? I'm nothing compared to this motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, dude.
He's just silent about it. I'm just like a loud vocal hater.
yeah,
You know
see,
what I'm
I
saying?
get it from my mom.
Why do you hate 90s nostalgic shit?
I just hate people that like try to make the 90s like trick like
Yeah, but
I don't hate 90s.
that doesn't make you like. I'm like, oh shoot,
But
like
the thing
90s.
is, it's
I
like
remember.
I prejudge it, but then if it's good, then I'm like, this
You
is
know
sick.
what? This was tight.
Yeah. But
You're a fucking hater.
I'm a pre. Yeah,
You're such a
stick
hater.
to what you're saying about me,
Oh my
because
God.
it's real.
That's so tough. All right. I got. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Ah, shit.
Oh shit. Fucking Alexis. Drunk Alexis type shit. I have a Three Philosophers Nitro Quadruple Ale. It's a blend of quadruple ale and creek ale and cherries.
Sorry, mine was overflowing. It's all over your couch. It's all over my bed.
Dude, what are you doing?
I just opened it. Whatever. I'll clean it.
I remember my first beer. That's crazy. What's your percentage? What's your fucking percentage? Don't tell me something stupid either.
It's probably like 5.
5.7.
I always get. Why do I get the lightest beers?
Because you're a fucking hater, dude.
I just know where they're at. No, I don't know. It didn't say.
Oh, it's an IPA. No, it's not going to be no 5 point anything. It's going to be...
Gross.
It is 6.6% alcohol.
That's not far from 5.
Guess what mine is?
7.
Sound like that? Mine's 9.7%.
Gross. Is that the one that you have to like turn over and? Is that the nitro one?
Yeah, it's a nitro.
On the side it gives you like
Was
what
I
you have
supposed to
do.
turn it? Invert can 3 times. Pour hand.
You want me to get you a cup?
No, pour hard into. Pour hard. What
Like-
does that mean? Oh,
Into like
with
half,
the
and then you
bubbles.
turn
Okay.
up. Yeah.
Into center of glass. Sit back, ponder, and enjoy the show.
If my beers have instructions,
Dude, fuck you,
off.
bro. Fuck off. You're gonna make me read instructions to drink a beer? No, I'm pissed already. I'm pissed.
make sure it's 9:30 at night.
Yeah. If it's not 46 degrees Fahrenheit Celsius, then
If
yeah.
the stars aren't aligned, don't
Yeah.
crack this
Fuck
open.
you. If Saturday isn't in retrograde, then yeah.
I love that you said retrograde.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say Gatorade, but I try to be actually like
Politically correct.
politically correct. Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know. What
The
you
people
guys say.
who do whatever.
Astronomy.
Astronomy.
Astro.
With
yeah.
the fucking, you know what I'm talking about.
Astronom.
Whatever.
Yeah,
dude.
those dudes. Yeah.
Something that Bill and I would be like, no, that's not right. Anyways, cheers. I just had the foam right now. Do you want to? You don't
you
want to put
taken
it
a
in a
sip
cup?
yet?
No, I just like licked the foam. but-
Okay. Cheers. No, I don't want it in a cup.
Oh shit.
I I probably should put this in a cup.
That's pretty good.
This is pretty fucking good.
You think
I feel like it would have in a cup.
been better?
It would have been way better.
Huh?
Yeah, this is pretty good. You can taste. So it says a blend of quadruple ale and Creek ale with cherries. You can taste the cherry.
Yeah, let me try that.
Yeah, I know you want.
We
to
don't follow the rules. You want to try this one?
No.
You know,
90 shit.
I really want to put a video of every time I'm like, you want to try this one? No. Just denying my beers. I want to like.
It's because you always get the fucking soft beers. I know what they fucking taste like. I always get the hard ones.
Oh, okay.
A little stouty, but
Cherries.
at the end, right?
Cherries. Cherries.
Yeah. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, not too bad.
Yes, I do agree with you. It would have been better in a glass.
Should put it in glass,
And
but
they told us that, but
it is get
Fuck
what you
that.
get. We don't read destructions. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I'm not gonna read that.
instructions.
I don't read that shit. IKEA, dog. I buy something from IKEA. I'm not reading that shit.
Yeah, it's in Swedish.
Yeah,
So
fuck you, dude.
I don't even understand
That shit says Flugen Flagen, and I'm not reading that.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so we're gonna go with our sponsor of the week.
oh shit, sponsor of the week, dude. Yo, props to you, brother. You know what I mean? Good looking out, dude. Because honestly, like, I don't know if you guys are aware, these videos are really hard to put together, and you know what I mean. Like, without these sponsors, we wouldn't be able to, like, you know.
We wouldn't be here.
Yeah, we wouldn't be a podcast if it wasn't for these sponsors. If these sponsors weren't sponsoring these videos, we wouldn't be able to put out this content that we put out for you guys.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
No, I didn't. I was just, yeah, you're right.
Anyways, I was trying to be fucking dead serious, and then you fucking ruined my shit. Anyways, sponsor of the week, dude. Good looking out again, by the way. Sponsor of the week is people that collect art, but they only have 2 paintings in their house.
They consider themselves art collectors.
But you're an art collector, but you only have, that's all you have? Just
Thank
2
you.
paintings?
We appreciate it. Mad love.
Yeah. And those paintings you see in every hotel room that you've ever stayed in, you know what I mean? Thanks a lot.
We collect them.
Good looks.
Okay. All right, so dilemma time. Come on, guys. This is a new thing we're doing. Not new, but for all the new viewers, if you're not starting over from episode 1,
It's
if
pretty
you're
new.
just joining us, we're doing Reddit. Like, what should I do? Like, people are asking
Advice.
our advice. Yeah, so
Wait, hold up. They're not asking for our advice. They're just,
they should.
we're just,
They
We're
should just
just-
be messaging us.
we're just butting in. That's all
If
it
you
is.
have anything for us to give,
We'll
our
give you advice.
We'll give you advice. Yeah. That.
If you guys haven't noticed, we're pretty sick at giving advice.
We're just sick ass fools.
We're just hella sick sometimes
Yeah.
when it comes to advice. You know what I'm saying? So shoot it.
It is what it is. So, title. I cannot stop thinking about my ex. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my god.
I've been in a relationship for almost 3 years now. Me and my significant other don't have any problems. I'm honestly in a great relationship. Unfortunately, my ex keeps popping up in my head. Every now and then, I will look her up on the book, which I'm assuming is Facebook, to see how she's doing. But I want to talk to her to make sure she's doing well. Like quotation marks, like these little. We're gonna read it.
Where are the quotation marks
Yeah.
at?
Confirmation, I suppose? Question mark. That's the. What is this quotation? What's this?
The quotation marks. These?
No, not quote. No, wrong. Sorry, bad in English. These little. Confirmation, I'm supposed.
What the fuck?
That down
Where?
here, right there.
Oh, parentheses. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. You got parentheses and quotation marks and
Yeah,
confused?
I failed English.
That's
So-
crazy. Okay.
Yeah,
rewind that.
In parentheses,
Uh-huh.
confirmation, I suppose? Question mark. parentheses. Let it be known we don't have a bad relationship, and we didn't date for very long, but we connected so well. Understood each other like no other, and she was spontaneous, and I think she has kept me holding on to her. We told each other that after we split, that we would always be there for one another if needed. And I just can't shake the thought of messaging her. I know people move on and whatnot, but I'm not looking for any sort of rekindling relationship. I genuinely just want to see how she's doing. What should I do? And then pause. Your boy is really drunk, so I'm struggling to read this, but you get the gist. So,
Can I just point out, when you read, have you ever noticed this? When you read something, you're doing this.
and like, it's because I'm just
You're like sounding out with like your arms at the same time. Have you ever noticed that?
a little.
Yeah, lucky.
Because I want to give.
We're gonna rewatch this and then we're gonna see. Exactly
And I'm just gonna be like, oh, what am I doing?
Okay.
If you need me to reread,
No, please don't.
okay.
No. Okay.
Okay.
It sounds like. Okay. Couple questions, or a question maybe.
A question.
Oh, he already answered it. I was gonna say, like, how long were they fucking dating? He doesn't say long.
No.
Not long, right?
No.
Does he specify? No,
No.
it's more like. Oh,
But
we
the thing
weren't
is,
dating long.
he's been with his girl for 3 years now.
Oh, dude. Okay. All right. You want my advice? Okay, I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for anybody else. It sounds like you're still in fucking love with this fucking chick that you dated for probably 2 months, and she probably touched your pee-pee once, or maybe twice, or maybe she touched your pee-pee a couple times within that small amount of span,
Right.
and you're fucking like in love with her,
Right.
and it just ended, and now you're kind of regretting it. You're thinking about like the past a little bit, and I think you, my guy,
You.
loathe entirely.
Yeah.
I think you need to work some shit out, because it sounds like you're still in love with this fucking chick. You know what I mean? Which is not fair
Yeah, it's not fair to your
to
girl
your
now.
current fucking 3-year relationship. What do you mean? Hold up.
Yeah. Go off. Go off.
What
King.
do you mean?
Go off.
You fucking find yourself looking at the book or like wanting to text her. Why? Like, why? Like, do you talk to her regularly? And if you are, that's already that's a red flag in itself, right?
Red flags.
You know, if you haven't talked to her in a minute, right? And you see her and you're like, I want to text her. There's no other reason to text her other than
Happy birthday.
not you know, dude.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Other than like I'm trying to fuck type shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, there's no reason to text her. Why are you texting her? You know
That's
what I'm saying?
true.
You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know, dude. I mean, yeah, if you're truly like really want to see how she's doing, but that's why we have social media. We have
Yeah.
social media so we can avoid that now. You see her kids growing up. Now she has like 5 baby daddies. She got 5 baby daddies with 5 kids. You see them kids growing up. You know how she's doing. You know she's posting her life on social media. You see it.
one. Could have been one
Yeah,
of them.
and now but the problem is, I think you're seeing that and you're like, it could have been me.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't
That-
fucking know, man. I think bad idea. I think red flag. I think you should stay in your fucking lane, and I think you should pay attention to your own relationship and
Yeah.
leave homegirl alone.
And one of our famous quotes, if you haven't watched this, my guy, is get the fuck over it, dude.
Damn.
All right. You've
Damn.
been with this girl for 3 fucking years. This is my perspective. All right. I feel like you're having like FOMO. Maybe you missed a push. Like, whatever. Jack off, dude.
That's what it is. Jack off.
Get over it.
Stop being weird.
Get over it.
Stop being weird, dude.
If everything's
Just
going
jack
good
off.
in your relationship, because everybody, leave her alone. Let her live her life. If she's still single and doing her thing, maybe there is a reason why she's still single and doing her thing, and you don't need to be.
Wait, but does he say she's still single?
I'm just saying, if.
Oh.
If. But, like, you being like, oh, I just want to see
know
if
what
she's
she's
okay.
doing.
I'm sure she's okay. There's 3
She's
years
fine.
without you, dude.
She's totally fine.
She's completely fine. She's alive.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not gonna make a big fucking difference. Like, if she hasn't spoken to you in 3 years, or maybe she did, but
No, they're talking.
yeah, but she's okay. Like, she's not dead, obviously. Like, if there was something where it's like, yo, she's about to get murdered, then cool, text her. But no, she's fine. She's been fine for 3 years. Get over it. Sorry. Fuck off. Like, what was it? You. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
So I don't have a question. I have a statement, but like, I just want to say, the fact that you're putting this on the internet and you're posting it on Reddit, right, as like anonymous advice, is this because you feel guilty to ask other like people that you know how to proceed?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are you like low key kind of, you don't want your girl to find out that you're feeling this way kind of thing? Does that make sense?
I think
like
that's
if
what
your
it is.
girl found out of 3 years, found out that you were like, kinda, I just want to see how she's doing. If she found out, would she be pissed?
Oh,
And
100%.
of course, the answer is yes, right?
Yeah.
And if the answer is yes, like where does that put you? You know what I'm saying? Is
Where does that put us?
But is that more like you're trying to avoid that? You're trying to hide it from your girl kind of thing? Because if that's the case, then that's already a red flag.
Yo, your
That's
girl
already-
doesn't let you put it in the butt, huh? Her thumb?
You're
Your thumb?
definitely not.
You're missing something,
You're
bro.
definitely not.
Yeah.
You're definitely not doing that,
And he's just like,
that's
"Ah."
why you're like, I miss her.
Yeah. Communication, dog. Just talk to her. You know what?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if your girl was to find out that you were thinking this, she would be pissed, right?
Yeah.
That's why you
Oh,
kind of feel
100%.
guilty right now.
Yeah.
And that's why it makes it wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your girl shouldn't feel that way if she knew you were thinking this way.
Mm-hmm.
If your girl was like, yeah, you should hit her up. That's not a fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen.
No.
And that's why you feel this way.
Yeah.
Right?
She'll be talking shit to you the way we're talking shit to you.
Yeah, for sure. She's worse.
Yeah.
Worse.
Yeah, 100%.
No, we're nice. This is nice right here. No, way worse, bro.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
No. Yeah, she will tear you down and make you feel really bad about it. And then because you've been dating her, what, 3 years?
3 years.
Yo, she can. She's got some ammunition, dog.
Yeah.
Shit that you don't want
She's
anybody
holding it.
knowing. She's got it.
She's holding it.
100%.
It's in the ammo right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's locked in a safe.
Yeah.
You know what I
Peeing
mean?
in the peeing in the bed ass.
Motherfucker, shit in your pants, motherfucker ass. Yeah, all that.
No, but I think okay, just to level with him, I think it's okay to be curious about other people in your past.
Okay.
I think that's natural. I think like I've even had be like, oh shit, I wonder how they're doing. Not like I want to go talk to them. I was just like, I've had thoughts. Let me 100% transparent. I've had thoughts about like exes because hey, I've known my ex, like she had a baby, she's married, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, yo, I wonder how they're doing. I wonder if they're happy in a sense where it's nothing crazy. Yes,
okay.
And like, and even like
No way,
exes
dude,
past,
that's
like,
so crazy.
and I've always had thoughts about like people that I've hooked up with being like, oh, they thought I was an asshole, but it's like I wonder how they're doing. Just like the thought of just curiosity, there's nothing wrong with that. I think when it becomes something wrong is when you're like starting to text them, starting to ask them, because it's like I don't think you have any fault, because I feel like as human beings, like men and women, we will think about things like that, like things just like if I see something like fall or like whatever, I'll see an album and I'm like, oh shit, and then it's like something that someone introduced me to that album. Like
I was even like, what?
yeah.
Stupid.
I'm over here just,
Those are my albums.
you're like, which album, bro?
I was like, oh really?
I
bad.
told you about that one. No,
bad, go ahead.
but it's like if someone introduced you about like a certain song or whatever, of course it's gonna remind you of them, but it's just like it just depends on how that like thought is how you take it. Because it's like if you're gonna go out and be like, hey, how are you doing? That's red flag. And the fact that you're coming out and be like, I don't know, I'm like everybody is always just curious. Like there's a difference between curiosity and then also being like, I wonder, then caring about them, because it's also like they're adults. They're human. They've been living on this earth without you. You don't have to care for them. Like they can do well without you, but it's like you've been in a relationship for 3 years. It's like I feel like that shouldn't fucking matter. In my head, like where it comes down to, it's like if you've been with this person who's, I hope, fulfilling what you need, you shouldn't be thinking about this person and how they're doing and then wanting to talk to them, because it's like it's either you that are not finding satisfaction in your relationship, because you can't be out here being like, bro, no, my chick, it's all good, but I want, it's like there's like a disconnection. There's something that's missing there where in your relationship where it's like you're missing something that I feel like this other person is giving you, but at the same time, and it's like what I'm going to say is like it's not worth it. Rub one out, get over it. They're living their life, let them be. But then, I mean, if you want to be a toxic motherfucker, hit them up. Fucking ruin your fucking life, and then let's see where that gets you.
No. So what you're saying is like it's fine to like think about it, right? It's fine to think about it.
But I feel like it's okay to think about,
but to act on
it
is the line, right?
Yeah.
And that's actually going back to the question is he's like, going back to the question is like I'm thinking about hitting her up, right? Mm-hmm. It's when you hit her up. Is the line
that's
that
where
you're
you
crossing.
Cross the line, yeah.
You thinking
right.
this, right?
Yeah.
You thinking, okay, cool.
You're right.
We're on it.
We're
okay. Yeah, we're getting in our group. It took a while.
Our gears are fucking.
They weren't lining up before, but like now.
But now
we're meshed.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. It makes sense.
Different perspectives coming in.
Yeah, that's why we have this fucking podcast. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you thinking about it is not wrong, right? Going back, like now I'm like backstepping a little bit.
Okay.
Like you thinking about it is not wrong. You acting on it will be wrong.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you acting on it will be wrong, dog. There's no need to hit her up. Why? You can look at her social media and know how she's doing. Yeah. You see her how she's doing.
She's okay.
You hitting her up will be the line to step. And for you, like if you want to complicate a 3-year relationship, that's how you do it.
Yeah, hit her up. If you want to complicate your relationship, hit her up.
Your relationship that you're in right now.
Yeah.
Complicating it, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because for one, it's going to be fresh, it's going to be new, and it's going to be the grass that you feel like it's greener on the other side. And then you're going to be like, oh, this girl isn't doing it. But then you realize that girl is, but then this girl isn't going to do it. You're just going to complicate your life, and you're going to end up with nobody.
Is it worth it?
It's not.
Yeah, of course not.
If you're in a 3-year relationship and it's good, you know what? What is it? Compensate? No, what is it? Compromise. Compromise?
Okay.
You need to compromise because it's like.
What's the compromise though?
Well, I don't know.
Let me hit her up on the weekends only.
No. I'm saying compromise with the relationship that you have now, because I feel like you're missing something in this relationship, and I feel like with any relationship you need to compromise. Like you can't be out here. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, proceed. Keep going.
It's like you can't be out here being like, oh, like because homegirl fucking. Let you check her temperature. You know, you can't just be like, oh, maybe she's not comfortable with it. But
if you're not watching the video, you guys need to watch the video because my boy does funny shit sometimes.
So it's just like, you know, if the homegirl gives you a head in the morning, but the other one didn't, you know, it's just like
you're like, I wish you would. Yeah.
So it's like you gotta, you know, you gotta let go. Sometimes you gotta fucking appreciate other things because it's like if you're happy now in your relationship, just be happy, bro, and then like. Try to introduce whatever it is. So I feel like it's a sexual thing, dude, because it's like no other.
I think it's more like one of those like something I could have had, or like what if? Does that make sense? Like what if we did make it work? It's like
one of those. What ifs.
Yeah.
Don't
think
live in the what
I think
ifs.
that's what that is.
Yeah.
And that
Okay.
what if will fucking tear you
Yeah.
apart, dog. You
Yeah.
just need to be able to. And I give all praise to Allah.
Or shalom.
I give all shalom to my wife now, because the all the shaloms that I had in my life, my girl was like, no.
Yeah.
When we first started, or not first started dating, but like once we started dating again, my girl was like, nope, drop them, all of them, delete all of them.
Con.
And I was like, but she's really funny sometimes.
Have you tried her cheesecake?
Like she makes really good meatloaf.
I would never.
And I was like, no, none of them, right? Delete all of them. Delete all of them. If you want to make it work, if
Yeah.
it's one of those things, if you know what I mean, you want to make it work, there's sacrifices you need to make. Obviously, you're not put on an ultimatum. This
Yeah.
is just in your head right now.
Yeah.
So I think you acting on what's in your head right now
Yeah.
is a red flag to yourself.
Yeah.
Kind of
100%. And
Yeah.
also, if this has been a thought since year one, because I know you're on year 3, quit wasting her time. Quit not manipulating, but quit thinking that she's gonna have a life with you if you're thinking about having a life with somebody else. Because it's like, I don't know when this, because it's like year three, but
Sorry. Okay.
but at the same time, it's just like, don't fuck with her emotions, because it's like she has nothing to do with this, and
How
it's
old
just
are
like, I don't know. It
Like 23, maybe. I'm gonna say early 20s.
didn't say. It
Really?
didn't say. So yeah, foremost, I mean,
Leave her alone if that's the case.
yeah, leave her alone.
And go back to her.
Yeah, as
If
a
you
man,
really
it's
want-
just like, if you really don't want to be with this girl in a 3-year
It
relationship,
sounds like it doesn't.
yeah,
like
just
it
fucking
doesn't-
let her go, dude. Don't fucking keep being like, oh yeah, we want to get engaged. Don't fucking play on to that. Like, quit being a bitch. Grow the fuck up and get what you want. If you want this girl, go for it. Go for it. But don't bring that other girl along. I feel like, because it's like, she does not deserve that. And it's like, don't be a pussy and don't fucking ghost her, because then tell her why. And then if she's gonna give you shit and go talk shit to you, just take it. Take it for the fucking hour or 2 hours that she's gonna talk shit to you, and then move on with your fucking life.
Yeah, you don't ghost a 3-year relationship.
Yeah, you don't.
I've
Yeah.
I've ghosted chicks before, but like not a 3-year.
3 year, no. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe like a month.
Take it, get the fuck over it, and then
Oh,
go
yeah,
for
take it
what
on
you
the
want.
chin,
Yeah,
for
take it
sure.
on the chin. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then go for what you want, and if that fails, then fucking
We're-
you obviously knew that you fucking wrong. So
We're saying this mainly because we think you're still in love with the other one.
yes, yeah.
And if that's the case, cool, shoot your shot. But yeah, cut the tie.
Except because it's I don't.
Cut the tie.
Don't, you've
Don't
already
drag the
strung
other
her on for 3 years.
yeah,
so.
don't drag the other one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also, if you realize that the other one maybe isn't like the one, and you got something good, like why fuck that up, my G?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Grass isn't always blue when the sky is up. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I always
shit.
say that.
I haven't heard that in a long time, dude.
I
Yeah.
always say that, bro. So think about it.
But anyways,
Anyways,
in conclusion, just fucking don't be a bitch. Don't be a little fucking leather, dog.
I was. I almost spit fucking
Boys
beer out my nose, dude.
Choking
that was,
on cherries.
That was funny. We should make a movie, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Low-key.
Hell yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna let's simmer down.
Just simmer down, dude. Props to you, brother. But yeah, chill out, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna simmer down a little bit. What's the sloppy toppy? Again?
We're gonna talk about speaking Spanish and
Shit.
how we grew up. So if the person who wrote this Reddit is white, please leave the chat, because you have no fucking clue. You only know one language and you don't struggle with two. So I could say, like, I grew up speaking Spanish. Like, that was my first language, and my mom never let me fucking forget it, because she was just like, she knew it. She knew English.
Like
but
as far as like proud, like she's proud that you. spoke
no,
to-
she was more like, you speak to your dad in English, and then you speak to me in Spanish. But my mom was the regulator, so we had to talk to her. My dad was just like,
Whatever.
ask your mom. And we're like, and then we'll talk to her in English. She's like, no te entiendo. She's like, I know what you know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying, Mom?
Yeah, and she's like, ¿qué? And then my dad, and then the thing is, it's like my dad would enforce that, and she's like, don't try and fucking. So it's like, it wasn't like, oh, Dad, like she's just acting like she doesn't know what I'm saying. My dad was just like, well, fucking talk. Like there was never like a happy medium. So my mom forever was just like,
really,
you need to learn Spanish because
didn't know that
in the future, like that's gonna help you. Because sure. I've heard many stories that like people who didn't learn Spanish was because their parents were like, oh, we were discriminated against and we didn't want you to go through that. And these are the stories I've heard. So they're like, we're going to lose the Spanish language and stuff. And
my gosh.
But the thing is, it's like the way my mom grew up in a pueblo with her dad. She came to the United States in like her late 20s. So she was very much like, I know Spanish. My dad knew English, but also knew Spanish. And so like that was like, there wasn't like, my mom didn't grow up in the era of like she did grow up in the era of like the pachuco, like getting fucking discriminated against, but she grew up in that era, but she grew up in Mexico. She never saw that. My dad saw that. Shit. So she was very much like, me vale verga, I know Spanish, and who gives a fuck?
You, yeah.
Yeah. So, but my dad was very much like, dude, they'll beat the shit out of us if they hear it. Yeah. So it was a big...
holy shit.
Yeah. So my mom was just like, I don't give... And the thing is, it's like... And I think for me, the hardest thing, and side topic, was for, like, I know now, like, there is a thing, and there's, like, no hate on women and stuff like that, where they're like, oh, we
hate on them, dude.
No. There's no, like, where they're like... where like I can't like go down the street because like I'm a woman, blah blah blah. Like it was very hard for me to be like, why? Because my mom essentially would be like, I'm gonna go do that. My mom was just like, I don't give a fuck.
Oh shit.
My mom was never like, oh, a man's not gonna make me scared. She was very much like, I'm gonna take the bus and I'm gonna go do this. And I'm like, like you don't know. She's like, I don't know, but I'm gonna figure it out. Like she was never one to like let certain barriers like stop her from doing things. That's why for me it was very hard to like, not hard, but it's very much like confusing to hear people say like, I'm not gonna go here because like I'm a girl and it's like I don't want to walk alone. And when
you were like, my mom
did everything by herself. My mom was
in the fucking 80s when it was fucking rough and rugged
and that's when
I feel you.
And it's like, it's not that I don't empathize for people who are being cautious, but it's very much like you grew up in a certain way being like, my mom did this and my mom did that, and it's like, because my dad obviously went to work and then my mom was just like, I need to get my boys to the dentist, I need to do this, I need to do that. I don't have help from your dad because he's working, so I need to do shit. Yeah, so it was just like very much like independent.
That's so
like
crazy. Yeah.
We're
all gonna take the bus on the city fucking bus, and we're gonna go to the doctor or whatever.
Yeah, the independent, like the whole phrase was like, I'm an independent woman. That's what I label my.
That's the epitome of in your mind.
Yeah,
is like my mom.
My mom, because it's like my mom was never scared. My mom was just like, "Ike," and like she like there's one time where like. It was like the weirdest thing where it's like I grabbed a block of cheese and I put my I was like, oh, this is weird, and I put it down, and some man was just like hey, you have to buy that to my mom, and he was a white man, and then my mom's like, why? In Spanish, she's like, ¿por qué? And he's like, oh, you don't know English? I was like, yeah, and then like me and my brother's like, yeah, she don't know English, but like we know it, and she's like, no, she's like, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué? Like, why do I have to buy it? And then she like broke in English, and he's like, because your son put it in. He's like, so, and like she stood. And I'm over here, she's like putting like boys.
She's like, shut the fuck up, I got this.
Yeah. And then she was just like, ¿Y por qué? And it's like, so what? She's like, so what? She's like, you grabbed it, why don't you buy it? And I was like, in my head, I was just like, Mom, like, in my head, I was like very scared because this is another man.
Mom.
I was like, just get it. And my mom's just like, we don't eat American cheese, we eat like whatever.
Yeah.
But she's like, no, and she stood up. The thing is, it's like, that's why it's not hard for me to listen or anything, but it's like a little confusing where it's just like, because I had such a
strong role model.
Yes, as a woman to be like,
As a woman.
yeah, just to be like, no, I'm not gonna fucking let this white man talk to me like this and this and that, and then to hear like people nowadays being like,
Not just white man,
men, yes, men in general.
For your mom, you know what I mean? For
Yeah.
a man.
Yeah.
For your mom to be like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah, and then like
How dare you?
to like hear like, oh, I can't go on this, which isn't like, I'm not diminishing.
It sounds like you're diminishing.
I'm not diminishing that. It was just like kind of like, why don't you just go? Like,
Yeah.
because Alexis was very much like, she helped me being like, you know, like there's like a fear for this because my mom feared for that, and I'm just like, my mom didn't.
Right.
But it also, it's like I'm saying it as a man, where it's just like no one's gonna fuck with me anyways.
Look, I will say, when it comes to shit like that. So, like, for example, like Bianca's very fiery, right? Bianca's super fiery. So is my mom. My mom's the most fiery person I've ever, the most fiery 4'11" person I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah.
My mom's small, but my mom don't take shit from nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I know how the world is, and for me, like Bianca going downstairs or Bianca doing this or like she's like, I'm gonna go to my car. I'm like, I'll go with you type thing. Like I am very like that sometimes. You know what I mean? Like only because I know, like no matter how tough you are, there's somebody tougher. You know, so I always think about stuff like that. So I always think of, you know what I mean, shit like that. Like when, like if Alexis is telling you what this or that, same thing with Bianca tells me the same shit. Like I'm just gonna go do it. It's fine. I'm like, I'll just tag along.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Only because I have my thoughts on it. And I think like, not that she can't. I'm not saying she can't. You could totally do it. But for me, I'm like, I feel more comfortable if I was there. That's all it is. If I could be a witness, I'm gonna run away. But like, if I could witness it,
Yeah, I thought if we can win the case,
I could call the police afterwards. You know what I mean? And then we'll be chilling. You know what I'm saying? But like,
do you feel like that's like because it's like you grew up here and then I grew up in TJ, and like the divide?
Oh shit, maybe.
Because I never knew, like, it's not because it's like, it's not that I'm not ignorant to that stuff.
No, I know. Like, dude, like, okay, going to, I don't know if this is like just how we grew up, like going to the tienda and shit, like going to the corner store and getting tortillas at fucking 8 years old and you're just walking down the street.
Right.
I would probably never do that to my kids.
No.
I would probably never send them to the store. Like just to walk to the corner.
Yeah.
And like come back, you know what I mean? Like,
do you feel like that's because it's like the rancho, the pueblo mindset, where it's just like, yeah, he can go there, and it's just like because they came here older. I think it's like
generational thing. I don't think it's okay.
Generational. Yes,
I think
their
it's generational.
Mindset.
I don't think it's like where we grew up.
Okay.
I think it's more generational.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Because like my grandma sent me to go get tortillas and shit at the tienda. You know, we called it the China because it was like...
She's an Asian lady? Yeah. Vete a la China a agarrar tortillas.
Yeah, dude. And yeah, we used to go and fucking get tortillas, salsa and tapatio and shit, or sodas, or get a fucking water, or go fill up the water gallon, and I would fucking come home with the gallons of water, and you know what I mean? And we used to do that, but like thinking about it now, I don't think I would send my 5-year-old, 8-year-old son to go.
But why though?
I don't know. I don't know. I think the world is different. Okay. Which is kind of crazy to say, dog, because I think like back then it was worse.
You think
like
so?
Than it is now. Especially like Pomona. Pomona back then when I was growing up was 10 times worse than it is now. So I'm speaking about here where I grew up, you know what I mean? 10 times worse than it is now. But it feels safer compared to like now.
But
this could be like just
you're saying it felt safer,
bias.
but you still wouldn't let your kids.
I feel like like I said, it's more of like a biased opinion.
No, that's fine. I'm not judging you on that.
As
I'm
an
just
adult,
curious.
Like it's a biased opinion as an adult,
right?
And it could be just because I'm older now, and like I think as an adult compared to like a kid. And that's me as a kid, like, it wasn't too bad.
But also, I feel like it's like if you know your kid. I feel like at the same time, if you know your kid's a shithead, I'm like, I'm not gonna let this motherfucker go.
Yeah, but you also don't know other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I guess what I'm saying is like, you know your seed in a sense. It's like your mom knew how you were, so she was comfortable being like, oh, Andres, go out, or Andy, whatever she called you.
No.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. Because, like, I even walked to school back then. I would walk to school, like, mind you, I used to go to Lexington, right? Lexington, what's up, Pomona? I used to go to Lexington, like, on the south side of Pomona. Mm-hmm. And I lived off of White and Fremont. So it was, like, really close, right? Yeah. But, like, walking there, not a big deal in my head, right?
All right.
But thinking about it, having like a kindergarten or like a first grader, second grader, like walk to school, it for me is like, I don't know. I don't think I would let my kids walk to school like that.
Right. But also I think it comes with the like staying up late.
Is that me being soft?
You think? I don't think it's you being soft. I think it's you maybe not understanding like what your mom went through with you, which having it's like not as in a bad way where it's just like I gotta stay up, I gotta make sure this guy's here. And where it's just like she's just so fucking tired where it's just like just fucking go. Just go. It's around the street. If anything happens, I'm gonna fucking.
I think at the time it was like my mom just worked around that time. She was already at work when I was going to school, and I think she wasn't even there. I just had to take myself to school. My grandma had to be like, "Hey, you know what I mean? Get up!" Like
she had help.
Yeah, she had help because of my grandmother, but like it was more like I had to go do it myself. You know what I mean? But does that make?
I don't know, dude.
Is that like a generational thing?
I just think it's what you want to teach your kids, because at the same time, it's like if I'm gonna make my kids' life super easy, you're also gonna personally regret it, because it's like when he's like, "No, Dad, I don't want to get a job at like 25." It's like, dick.
Just your ass.
Because I also do think that like we all need to struggle a little bit.
For sure.
A little bit.
I feel like,
I don't think that we need to starve. Yeah.
I'm grateful for it now as an adult.
Yeah.
Like I see it, I'm like, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah. But I feel like if your mom was just very much like, here you go, blah, blah, blah. And then when she's like, okay, you got to live on your own. You're like.
Now what?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was a better off adult because of, I want to say tough upbringing, but it wasn't tough. It was easy, you know? It wasn't tough. It was like tough lovey, but it wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't a tough upbringing.
I think there's like a Spanish saying where it's like,
¿Cómo se dice?
Because there's a thing where it's like people's like, my kids, it's like, oh, siempre le quitas las piedras, and like it's like if your parents are constantly taking away the rocks in your path, and you're walking a simple path, you're never gonna learn. So it's like the path for you was just like getting up, whatever, and then going there. It's not a struggle, but it's a hump. It's a little pebble in your path of like going to school. Okay. In a sense. So that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't need you to fucking lock me up in a bunker and make me fucking struggle to get out and then go to school. Like if I needed like the way your mom did it, I feel like it's a perfect example, and it's not bad parenting, and it's nothing wrong with that.
I don't think so either.
No, for you to get up, and it's because it teaches you. I gotta get up, I gotta do this, and I gotta go to school, because if you don't go to school, you're gonna get that fucking ass whooping. You know, it's like.
Yeah, so my grandma used to be like, you need to fucking wake up.
I know, my daughter.
Because your mom's gonna fucking, I'll call your mom. Yeah, type shit. Yeah.
So that's what it is. So it's like, I feel like, enough about our moms, like, what you really want to get into is like, how did you learn Spanish? Like, how was it growing up? Speaking or non-speaking Spanish, or
me no speako. I don't speako Spanish at all. Like, you know what I mean? But like growing up, Spanish was my first language.
That's what's crazy. I hear that a lot.
Yeah. Spanish was my first language because I grew up with my grandma, my aunts, obviously, and my grandma speaks Spanish, my grandpa speaks Spanish, and so it was a Spanish speaking household. growing up, I spoke Spanish, but at least what I'm told, I don't know. What I'm told is, as soon as I got into school, that shit changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that's usually the story. As soon as you like join school, preschool, kindergarten, whatever, like you start speaking English, and you know what I mean, and that's the end of that. And that was my story. Like, I spoke Spanish growing up, and then fucking lost it, and now I'm like too insecure to like speak Spanish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can still speak Spanish, but like I choose who I speak Spanish to. You know what I mean? And I joke. It's funny too because like I joke with like the homies and shit where I'm like, oh yo, no Nintendo, and I'll do shit like that. But like,
I know what you're fucking.
I know what you're fucking saying. You know what I'm saying? But like, I act like, not that I act like I don't know what you're saying, but like I act like I can't say it only because I'm like insecure to say it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're like talking to me in Spanish, I reply in English. Cause I'm a fucking pussy. I don't fucking know. But like, yeah, for me, I'm like too insecure to like speak Spanish back.
Does your mom know Spanish?
Yeah, my mom also speaks Spanish, but like my mom is also kind of very shy.
Oh, okay.
And if my mom doesn't have to speak Spanish to you, she will speak English.
I feel like if my mom were to talk to your mom, she'll fucking bring it out a little bit.
My mom will bring it out a little bit, but like for the most part, if you speak Spanish to her and she knows you speak English, I feel like my mom will speak back to you in English.
That's what I'm saying. Like if my mom be like, I'm like, oh, your mom's gonna meet, because our moms have never met.
Never met.
And my mom's very much like, she's not like, oh, I don't know. The way I can describe my mom is very outgoing, which is not.
Your mom's very outgoing. Yeah, for sure. My mom is shy.
Yeah.
My mom is very shy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, I feel like our moms will get along, because it's like, I don't feel like you're shy, but I feel like I get my personality from my mom, and then you get yours from yours. So it's like,
my personality is more like a mixture of my dad's and my mom's.
I don't know. I think
because I could be very shy, just like my mom, but like I'm also very like super
But when I say
outgoing,
shy, like I'm
dad.
not saying. I feel like when people say shy, it's like very negative, or it's just like, oh, he just doesn't want to talk.
No. I mean more.
You don't see it like that?
Like no. I see it more because I know how my mom is.
Yeah.
And I know how like actual shyness is, and like my mom's very, not to be rude.
Right.
It's more like she's like I don't.
Yeah, it's just her personality.
Correct. It's more like I don't. This isn't for me right now. You know what I'm saying? So my mom is just quiet and shy.
Yeah, my mom.
But my mom is like, you get on her bad side. You know what I'm saying? My mom will tell you, and I think I get that from her as well. Yeah. But anyways.
That's why I feel like my mom would get along with her, because it's like my mom is very much like, she'll try to talk to her and stuff like that, and she's but like also never be like crossing a line, and so because she knows how to read the room. She's not like an obnoxious outgoing person where it's just like,
dude, I love your mom so much.
What did I do? And it's just like,
no, yeah.
like, my mom's not like that. Like my mom, if she can read the room, and it's like the way I learned.
Ooh, what are you doing?
Yeah. So it's like when it came to like Spanish, my mom was showing like, you speak to me in Spanish and you speak to your dad in English.
Yeah.
And then when we tried to tell my dad like, mom doesn't understand, he's like, sorry, talk to her. And it's like we were forced to talk to my mom, because my mom in a sense was the head of the household. Like my dad worked. Backstory is like my dad was like the man of the household. It's like I don't want to diminish like his role. Like we were absolutely scared of him, which is like I feel like every dad needs like a little, a little bit scared. But the way we feared,
fear,
where it's just like once we heard his voice be like, like what the, and it's like, oh fuck, like
shit,
it'll stop us in our tracks, you know. And it's like that's when it's like, I respect him for all that, but it's also like I give kudos to my mom being like the one who had to deal with everything. Because my dad would be like, shut the fuck up, sit down. But then it's like when he's not there, we're like, oh, mom's here. Like we can kind of get a
shut up, mom.
Yeah, or like even more like,
were you ever a shut up mom kid?
No, because then she would tell my dad, and then we'd get
dad
fucked
would beat
up.
the fuck out of you.
We were very much like try to joke around, because my mom is also very outgoing and like jokey. So we'll be like, mom, but like she'll get along with us for the most part, until we started fighting each other. Then she was just like, all right, you guys are fucking tripping.
That's enough. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but for the most part, like hanging out like individually with our moms, with our mom, it was just like our moms. It's because it's like when I say it's when I talk to my siblings, it's like my mom. I don't say mom. Is that a thing?
No, I say mom.
No.
At least with my siblings.
I say my mom. I was like, oh, my mom, blah, blah, blah.
I've noticed that. Is that like that's like a Mexican thing?
I don't know.
Because I've noticed that. But like with my siblings, I'm like, mom said.
Yeah, no, it's like my
Did mom tell you fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
I think that's a Mexican thing, but like we don't do that actually. Now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Or I
it's
don't,
like,
at least. I think my sisters do that, but like I don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
But-
crazy.
I think the only downside, and I think it's more like for me, like emotionally, was just like growing up in TJ, speaking English and Spanish, but it's also like my mom taught us like proper, not slang, like, and then when we had to hang out with the local kids, it was just like there's like,
You were like, they were like,
yeah.
oh really?
Yeah, so it's just like, oh, pinche pocho, and like we were getting hate from them, but
And then over here.
and at the same time, we're just like,
Oh, fuck you,
yeah,
dude.
so
You
it's-
fucking piece of shit kids, dude. Making fun of my friend Turtle, dude. Fuck y'all, man.
So it was just like, there's always a quote where it's like, you don't know the movie, but it's like, we say, como la India Maria, ni de aquí, ni de allá. It's like, you're not from here, and you're not from over there. So it's like, you're always going to be in between. And it's like, for me, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck, dude. I get
That's tough.
yeah.
That's tough,
Yeah.
bro. That kind of hurt me, low key. Like you
Yeah,
saying
because
that.
it's
Right now.
like trying to like establish your friendships with the kids that are there, but then it's like there's always that little
They're not. Neither side is gonna.
yeah, because it's like
Accept.
yeah, so it's like
Oh, that's tough, man. Yeah, fuck you, dude. The kids that were mean to my friend Turtle back when he was like 10 years old.
10 years old, but now I'm just like in like my age.
Tell
and
me you're not proud of it now, though.
I'm proud of it now. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
As an adult, like as we
Yeah.
mature, you know, so does our.
but then also I'm
You know what
kind of
I'm saying?
like call me out on this when I say this, but I feel like I get really upset when people are like at a grown age and still blaming their parents for not knowing Spanish when you have all the resources to know, like understand, and like school, and like you can do it. But it's like when at a certain age, what I've heard people in their like
My parents
40s.
never taught me.
Yeah, but it's like I've heard people in like their late 40s be like, my parents never taught me. I was like, Dick, you're 40, dog. Like
You can fucking learn. on
you
your own.
learn it on your own.
Yeah.
That's what bothers me, because it's like
I
at a
feel you.
certain age, I'm just like, it's not their fault anymore. It's your fault. You're a grown ass adult. Like, dude, you know, like I think for me, that's like the whole like no sabo things. I'm not against it or like for it. I'm just like that. Sorry, you're stuck in that fucking thing. Sorry, like
you
I'm not.
are a no sabo.
Yeah,
but,
like I'm not gonna talk shit on you, but it's just like, hey, wait, but like,
That's
ni
on
modo,
you.
fucking
Yeah.
like,
Ni
if they're
modo.
not, ni modo, if they're gonna fucking not teach you, then
Yeah.
learn it, dude.
You gotta
Don't-
take it now.
And if you're gonna complain about it in a cup, like
You can't complain about it at that point.
because literally, like in this day and age, we're computers. The smartest things are in our fucking palm.
Babbel.
Yes.
The Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, and then the thing
That
is, it's
shit'll
like,
teach you. or
it'll teach you the
whatever.
proper way, but then also it's like practice watch
practice.
things in Spanish, and it's like, and if you don't want to do it, stop blaming your parents,
Yeah.
because it's like they felt like, in a sense, it's like they felt like that was the right way, that they didn't teach you, and maybe it wasn't, and like, hey, learn it yourself, like get over
Yeah.
it.
Just to defend my brothers that don't, the No Sapo brothers that I have,
Yeah,
because I'm also a No Sabo.
I'm not against those sabos.
I know.
I'm just against the people who complain about it.
Right? Yeah. So for me, just to like defend, right? For me, like I know that I'm a no sabo, right? But it's more like I choose, right? Because I haven't like gone out of my way to learn. But also at the same time, it's more like my insecurity behind it.
Yeah.
Right, which I feel like is a lot of a lot of no sabos.
Yeah.
It's a lot of insecurity behind it. You know what I'm saying? Where
I
it's
mean,
like,
you're walking out in those outfits. I'm pretty sure you should be secure about.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
Like,
I'm just talking shit.
You look like that, bro? Yeah, of course.
You got that fucking haircut, dude. Like, you should really try speaking Spanish, dude. Like, sorry.
You know
I'm
what I mean?
sorry. The insecurity part is like, bro, you're pretty secure looking like a fucking weirdo. Like, no, I'm playing.
At least for
it's all jokes. It's
at
all
least for me, at least.
because I understand like the insecurity and being like made fun of for that. Like, cause
Yeah,
I
well-
grew up being made fun of for it.
Correct. Right. I know you have. Right. I know. I obviously I have. You know what I mean? And it's more like. It's more like when I speak to my grandmother and I have to be like.
How do you say?
¿Cómo se dice?
Yeah, and it's like
right?
the dumbest
and like
fucking
and
things.
it's always the dumbest
Yeah.
fucking
No.
word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when I get corrected, I'm like, fuck, I'm sorry, dude. You know what I mean? But like when you speak to your grandmother, she's just happy that you're trying. You know what I'm saying? And I find that really, really fucking cool.
Yeah.
I find that really cool, like when you're like, cause I speak literally only Spanish to my grandmother. I don't speak Spanish to anybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, I can speak Spanish. But when it comes to like those words where I'm like, fuck, what was that word? My grandma would be like,
Yeah.
she'll fucking correct me, right? Everybody else is gonna be like,
Yeah. And it's that like what?
you know what I mean? So
What are
like,
you trying to say?
I think I'm more comfortable like making those mistakes in front of my grandmother because, or like my family, because I will get corrected. I will get help. But like anywhere else in like the real world, you're not getting help. And I think that's where the insecurity comes from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And in the insecurity of like my Spanish, of not knowing the words and the accent also, you know, I feel like, I don't know if that's a big deal for you.
Bro, if I ever get called a pocho, it triggers me.
I think the accent where like I have the whitewashed, like American Spanish speaking accent, Bianca also has that. You know what I'm saying? Bianca has that, but she speaks way better Spanish than me. You know what I mean? She has full conversations with my grandmother, more than I can have with my grandmother. Sometimes I'm like, I wish I can do that. You know what I mean? Whether or not it's the accent or not, I wish I knew the words. You know what I mean? Like, fuck the accent. You know what I mean? And I mean, the insecurity behind the accent is still gonna be there, but like, for me, I just wish I knew the words a lot better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I give Bianca a lot of credit because she learned Spanish just to learn Spanish. You know, we were both Spanish speakers when we were born, but like we lost it as well.
Yeah.
But Bianca got it later.
Yeah.
You know, she got it like later on in life, and she learned it. And you know, I give her a lot of credit where she can have those conversations with my grandmother that I can't. You know, and for me, it's really sad to think about, and I don't blame anybody else. I don't blame anybody else but myself because I haven't like learned it as well as like Bianca went to go.
Yeah, you didn't make the effort to do that.
I didn't make the effort, and I feel really guilty about it and really bad. And so, you know what I mean? That's one of those things where it's like, you know, being a Spanish speaker, being a Mexican that is a Nepal, or no? Did I do that right?
Nopal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is a pocho?
Pocho.
You know what I'm saying? Or a Nepal.
Nopal is
What's better in my situation?
neither. I was kidding. No, but when people say like, I
What's
think
a
it's
Nopal?
more. Nopal is like, it's like you have the fucking a cactus on your forehead, but you don't speak Spanish. It's like you look indigenous, but you don't speak the language. That's when like,
So I'm not a Nepal. You know,
yeah, in a sense, you'd be like a pocho,
why? Because
which I fucking hate. I fucking hate that because I just hate it. I've had situations where I've been in Mexico where it's just like I've been called out, and I'm just like,
I know you have, yeah.
and I'm just like, well, I'm speaking Spanish and English.
See, what's crazy is you're the best Spanish speaker I fucking know, and like for me, I'm like, how are you getting called that?
They're called out. It's
but
it's the
I get it. It's
Yeah.
the dialect is your dialect is a little different.
Like my slang is slang,
there
but
you
it's
go.
not slang
It's
enough.
not their slang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Mexican fucking Spanish is all slang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of tough. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. Yeah.
So I can see that.
Yeah, I get triggered when they're like,
I
oh,
can-
pinchy.
I get it.
And I just call them, I was like, well, I know 2 languages. I was like, say something in English. Yeah, bro, because I call him out. I was just like, yo, you want to say? I'm like,
Yeah.
you can understand me. He's like, me
Yeah.
puedes entender, pero a ver, diga algo en inglés. A ver, a ver. And
They
I'm
can't.
just, no, all right, well, fuck you. You
no
know?
pueden.
No. Oh, shit.
Like that shit? Yeah, you like that shit.
Shit.
What's up, right?
And that's where I'm just like, oh, it is, bro. And I was like, you can understand what I'm saying, and I can get to the point. I'm like, bro, let's get some more beers, and let's get. But it's like, oh, you want to talk shit? I was like, all right, say something in English. Like, sorry, you only know one language.
And that's
Fuck
the thing.
you, dude.
That's the thing. You could get to the point. You know what I'm saying? Whether English or Spanish, right? Same thing with me. Like I can get to the point, but like I'm not getting to the point that I want to get to. Does it? Yeah. I can kind of be like, get there, but be like,
There's a little bit of struggle. Yeah.
yeah. And that's where like I struggle. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of insecurity that comes into play, which is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like for a language insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't even know that was a thing. Second generation, then in that case, second generation,
You're
third
first,
generation?
they're second.
I would be first, right?
Yeah.
My dad was born in Mexico.
Yeah.
My mom was born in East LA.
But because of, men,
That would make me
they
first?
would make you first. Yeah.
Or half.
No, you're first. There's no half. Like you're
So are
first.
they also? No, they would be
Like
second.
if you wanted to get your Mexican nationality, you can.
No way.
By your dad's. Yeah. I could help you with that if you want.
Word.
Yeah.
I'm about
if,
that.
if anything pops out here, bro,
Let's get the
I
fuck out
got
of
you,
here.
dude.
You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you. I already got mine. Alexis, we're working on Alexis's, but
How's that work?
it's just basically like, oh, your dad was born in Mexico. Cool. All right, you have so you can call yourself Mexican because technically we're American.
Right.
But with doing that, like you're Mexican. Like, but to get that, it's
Can I
like
ask you a question?
dual citizenship.
Do you call yourself Mexican American?
I'm Mexican. I'm Mexican, dude.
You don't say American at all.
Well, America is in Mexico, so we're Mexican. So
But you don't.
I hate
Really?
I hate the fact that
Why?
America is America, and the fact that I have to be like Mexican American, and then that has to be like America because people are too stupid to be like it's the United States, and just because a lot of people say that it's America doesn't mean they're right, but it's United States. We're in the United States. No, it's almost very embarrassing to be like I'm Mexican American.
Remember when I was telling you guys how like Turtle is a fucking hater of like literally everything?
Everything.
Yeah.
This is everything.
That's just a sample,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Because I talked to someone and they're like, this is America. I was like, oh, this is United States. And I was like, oh, it's America. I was like, oh, it's in the Americas. And he's like, oh, it's America. And I was like, just because everybody says it wrong doesn't mean it's right. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, this is the United States of America. But we're in the Americas.
These are all the Americas.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's why I was trying to get to that. And he's just like, no, this is America. And I was like,
Why do you think they call it South
yes.
and North?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oof.
Yes. That's why when white people are like, oh, America, every person of color is like, you're a fucking idiot. But whatever. This isn't part of the conversation. We can get to that.
My boy's getting fucking political up with this
Fucking
bitch.
ass.
Yeah,
Let's
they-
wrap it up. Let's go with the movie rec.
Oh shit! dude.
Movie rec of the fucking week.
Yo, slow down, guys.
Yeah, because your boys get passed.
Yo,
Sorry.
low key though, my boy, you guys don't know my boy like I know my boy.
No,
because
but by the way, if you want Mexican citizenship, just ask your dad for his birth certificate. And we can.
yeah, my boy's fucking from
Hey,
Jalisco and shit.
For
Hi,
me,
what's up?
for me, it's just like it's not because it's like, oh, do we need it? It's like just in case.
Low key, like I don't know if he has it. I think he lost it in the river.
Well, ask him what city and stuff, and you can order it online, and it's not expensive in Mexico.
Okay.
You can find it in Mexico, and you can
And
get
then what? I could buy property in Mexico. Finally.
Yeah, under your name and not like under a trust.
Yeah, right. Yeah, cause I'll be a
Citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Woo! I'm about
Hey,
that action.
jump on it, dude.
Yo.
We'll be fucking billionaires in Mexico, not here. Fuck the United States.
Yeah, dude. After these like $9 we're about to make off this video,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. After paying
That's what I'm saying.
$105 for 3 cartons of eggs. No, dude, I went to fucking Costco. It was $105 for 3 or 4 cartons of eggs, which is 12.
What?
Yeah. It's like the big box.
Uh huh.
The box of the eggs is $109. Like they had eggs, but they
Holy
only had them in the boxes.
fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right.
Movie wreck of the week.
Bam, 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 bam. All right, this one, dude. You know what? I'm not gonna do this one.
Okay, let's start over. Movie wreck. No, just kidding.
No, fuck it. I'll do it. It doesn't matter. Who cares?
Okay.
This movie wreck of the week. So, movie wreck of the week is called "Killing of a Sacred Deer."
What the fuck? Right here.
So the director of this movie, right? It's a little weird. The director of this movie, I don't know, I forgot his name, but he also did The Lobster. And if you're like familiar with The Lobster, I don't know if you probably have never seen that movie either, but I forgot his fucking name. It's fucking weird, right? It's weird, but like it's funny at the same time.
Right.
It's funny because it's weird. Like the script and like the way they act the script out is funny.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's really hard to fucking say. But Killing of the Sacred Deer is actually like more. It's more in depth when it comes to like actually like not thriller, but more like a drama. And there's more like twists and turns involved. And at the end of the movie, there's a really fucked up decision that has to come down between like a family and shit. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
Right.
And you know, I like fucked up movies. I like movies that like make you like, dude, that's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This movie is cool because the script, the writing, and the dialogue of this movie is off. Does that make sense? Like it's off in a way like normal people don't talk. But does that make sense? Like we're having a conversation right now.
Right.
But like the way they have a conversation is off.
Okay.
Like and it just makes you like, why are they talking like
Like
that?
the way they're saying things is weird. Yeah. But they're communicating with each other and
Correct.
they understand
but
it.
it's off as in a I guess so you get the story out of the dialogue, but the dialogue itself throws
It's
you
weird.
off. It like throws you off because you're like, what? Why are they saying it like that?
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's
No, I
like-
get it.
There's almost like no emotion behind their dialogue. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. It's weird. It's the entire movie's like that, and then at the end it turns into some crazy shit. But anyways, if you're this is like a hit or miss movie for some people, and it's very like it's like an acquired taste.
Okay.
It's very acquired taste. You gotta get over shit like that when it comes to like
Be patient.
watching movies.
Yeah.
This is one of those movies that you just need to be patient with.
Okay.
Cause you're gonna be like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird and it's kind of crazy, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you don't like it, whatever, suck my dick. I don't give a fuck.
All right, let us know what you think, guys. Like and subscribe, and you already know. Okay,
Bye.
bye.